Alright, this is a plank. Great exercise for core strength. You want to make sure you have your arms out on your forearms, out in front of you, about shoulder width apart. Keep your back flat as you can. Don't have your butt up in the air. And keep your forehead straight ahead, looking out.
If you're looking for a challenge, go up on your hands and open up to one side. You can also do that on your forearms, and then also do the opposite side. Okay, so now we're going to demonstrate a push-up, and when you're starting your push-up, you want to make sure that your back is flat, and that your arms are shoulder length apart, and your elbows are in. When you go down to do the push-up, your arms should be at a 90-degree angle, and your chest should almost touch the ground. And then you want to move at a slower pace to get the full workout in. And you should do 2 sets of 10. If you need an easier option, you can also go down on your knees and do the same motion. And that's it.
Another great core exercise. You can do kind of like a normal way, lifting up about halfway, keeping your knees bent. Then you can also move to more of like a tabletop position, like you'd have your feet on a box or a bench. Do the same thing, lifting up about halfway. And then finally, you can lift your legs all the way up and do the same thing. So in this position, some people will like to reach for their toes. That's also an option.
Now we're going to show you a Russian twist, and you're going to start this exercise by lifting your legs off the ground about an inch and crossing them, and you should be balancing on your butt. Then you're going to move your arms to the right and left of you. You want to reach for around your back, and you want to keep your body as still as possible.
If you want to make this more difficult, you can also add a medicine ball or free weight, or a little bit of like resistance that way. Now we're going to show you bicycle. It's another good crunch slash oblique exercise. You want to start off by laying flat on your back and then bringing your knees up in the air and have your hands resting on the back of your head, you only have one head, elbows out. Then you want to bring your right shoulder to your left knee, and then vice versa, your left shoulder to your right knee. And you want to do this a couple times, maybe 20 times. If you're looking to mix it up a little bit, you can vary the pace by doing some faster, and then doing some slower and holding the position when you have your shoulder to your knee. Holding it for about 3 to 5 seconds.
Okay, so now we're going to show you how to do Superman, and this is going to work your lower back. And you're going to start by laying on your stomach on the ground, and you want your arms at a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to simultaneously lift your arms and legs off the ground. You want to lift your legs so your quads are off the ground, and you can hold this for 3 to 5 seconds. And then I guess you could do that 2 sets of 10.
Now Liz is going to demonstrate a squat. You want to start off with your legs about shoulder width apart and then arms out. You want to first bring your hips kind of out and then bend down like you're doing an exaggerating sitting motion. When you're done, you'll want to be able to see your toes, so that means your knees are not coming forward very much. If you want to make these more difficult, you can add free weights, holding in your arms, and you can do 2 sets of 10 of these as well.
Okay, so to break it down, you're going to start with your legs shoulder width apart, and then you're going to jump down into a push-up position. You can bend your knees as you're going down. You're going to do a push-up, and then you're going to jump back up, or spring back up into a squat, and then you're going to reach and jump, and then go down into the push-up again.
Now we're going to show you some ankle and hip flexor stability drills. You're going to want to do something very similar to a one-legged squat, where you have the one leg straight on the ground and the other leg up off the ground. Then you're going to slowly do like a squat, bring it down, not quite as deep as a normal squat would be, but you don't want to bring your knee forward too much. You still want to be able to see your toe. So you're going to do these 10 times each for each leg. Then once you have that down, you can do the same thing with your leg, one leg on the ground, the other leg lifted off the ground, and then jump from side to side. This will really work your hips. This is going to be small motions, nothing too big. Do this 10 times, then switch legs. And finally, you're going to go back into the starting position with one leg on the ground, the other leg up in the air, and you're going to jump like you're in a box, with one foot going in each quadrant each time. And then you can do the box 3 times with each leg. And then you can do 2 cycles or 2 sets of this.
Okay, now Sean's going to demonstrate how to do switch lunges, and you're going to start off by being in a lunge position. Make sure your leg is at a 90-degree angle, and you're going to jump up and switch legs in the air and then land in a lunge position. To make sure you're at a 90-degree angle, you want to make sure that your front knee is aligned with your ankle, and you can do this for 2 by 10, doing 5 lunges on each leg. Okay, now we're going to show you how to do skips for distance and for height. We're going to start with the skips for height, and you want to start out how you would normally do a stride, and then you're going to push your leg up and drive with your arms. Now, when you're doing the skips for distance, you want to push your leg out and you're going to extend your stride.
So now we're going to show you box jumps. For box jumps, you want to choose a box that is 1 to 2 feet high. If you're at a park, a bench might be a great height, great choice for this. So you want to stand on the ground, squat downward, and then leap onto the box or bench and swing your arms forward for momentum. You want to jump backwards off the box then, being careful to bend your knees and land softly so you don't get hurt. If you have Achilles problems, you might want to just step off the box instead of jumping down. So do this 10 times.